cold as a razor blade.
So to the Snake Pit, and of course, I could never do it without the man himself, WWE Hall of Famer, the creator of the DDT. It's Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing wonderful, man. It's a beautiful day.
Man, beautiful day around here too. It's rainy, but it's hot. It's sunny. I'm glad we're kind of in the height of summer here, and man, some really big stuff happened here. It's probably the wrestling event of the summer. It was AEW All in Texas just happened. Jake, before we talk about the event itself, I did want to bring up that some fans reached out, folks who listen to the podcast, and they were like, "I didn't see Jake there. I really wanted to meet Jake. What happened?" Go ahead.
Oh, man, I sat in the Atlanta airport for 8 hours.
8 hours.
Waiting for a flight that never happened.
Fuck that.
Yeah. I was there till 1 a.m. in the morning before they canceled it.
So after 8 hours of sitting there. Go ahead, what?
It's supposed to leave at 4:30.
After 8 hours of sitting there, you're like, I'm making it. I'm going, and they wind up canceling it.
They screwed me, man.
Oh, brutal. I'd be ready to about strangle somebody at that airline.
I was able to keep it under control, surprisingly.
Man, God bless you, Jake. You're more patient than I am.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Times are changing.
Yes, they are. You know, I can't tell you how often I hear about guys, you know, obviously it's like guys that I work with, you, Jim Duggan, DiBiase, all these guys that I work with always say, man, travel is brutal. It's been awful. There's cancellations and stuff. What do you think is going on?
It's just the weather, man. These storms that are coming through, no matter where they hit, it affects the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they have storms in Chicago, that still affects Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know, it still does, man. So planes don't get out. They don't make their connections. That throws everything up in the air, man.
Well, I hate it for your fans that they didn't get to meet you at AEW All In. I will say, though, folks, if you want a good second option, if you couldn't meet Jake in person, obviously he's out still making the towns. You'll probably have another opportunity. However, if you want it immediately, some interaction with Jake, go to cameo.com/Jake Snake and get a cameo from Jake. He'll send you a personalized message. Good way to connect with you, right, Jake?
Hell yeah, it's fun, man. Hell, I'll quit your job for you. I'll break up with your girlfriend.
How cool would it be to quit your job? You hate your boss or whatever. You're like, oh, sweet, I found a new gig. How can I quit this in the most epic fashion ever? Get Jake Roberts to tell that guy to fuck off.
That's it, bro.
You can't do any better. Go to cameo.com/Jake Snake. Check out the reviews. Everybody loves Jake's cameos. He does a great job on there. So check it out. You know, not only did you have to miss StarCast, but you also missed a pretty significant title change, Jake. Hangman Adam Page has become the new AEW champion. And I saw some folks online saying Adam Page, with his look, his size, his athletic ability, he's one of those guys who'd probably be a champion in just about any era of professional wrestling. What can you tell us about Hangman Adam Page? What do you think about him?
He's got it.
I mean, the look, the ability, it's like he kind of checks every box, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, man. He fills all the right spaces, man, and got plenty of fire. Halfway decent on the mic. Yeah, he does it, man.
Good man, Tab, representing AEW, and it was like kind of the event of the summer. You know, that same night, WWE was running Saturday night's main event with the main event of Goldberg versus Gunther, and by all accounts, AEW completely outdid them. So pretty cool what AEW is up to.
That's awesome, bro.
So look, that was on Saturday night, and it was a really big title change. However, Jake, on Saturday night, there was an even bigger title change. The biggest news in all of professional wrestling. Jake, I won my first championship belt.
Oh, my God.
I know.
When's the parade?
Well, I was hoping you were going to organize it, to be honest.
Oh, man, please.
Well, so yeah, man, it was a pretty cool moment. And as a matter of fact, I've got about a minute, 30-second clip from it. Jake, do you want to witness wrestling history real quick?
Sure, let's do it, man. I'm not
All
afraid.
Right. All right. Just for context, my brother Dominic, who Jake knows and loves, is on commentary. He's another podcaster, so he got to do commentary. And this is a last man standing match. So if you're not watching here on YouTube, get over to youtube.com/@snakepitpod so you can check this out. Here we go. International Wrestling Cartel.
Just stomping him now. Referee, pull him out of there.
He has till 5. And Cause.
Get him out of there.
Hammering away now.
Hey.
On D'Angelo.
Hey, he's got him.
They finally pull.
Hey, that's a disqualification. Get him out of there. Give the title to Marcus.
We've never quite seen that kind of aggression before from Cause. Cause just pushed the official right off of him. And what is Marcus Angelo doing here?
What do you mean?
Look what he
mean?
has right in his hand.
What are you talking
about? What is he doing right there? He's loading that glove again.
Look,
the camera's clearly on
adjusting
him.
his hand. His hand has been hurt.
And we've seen this time and time again. And
what a shot!
But what the hell, D'Angelo?
Shades of Muhammad Ali, shades of Rocky Marciano, you name it. Joe Louis, Floyd Patterson. I'm seeing everybody here.
That is definitely not Joe Louis, but D'Angelo, my goodness.
Oh my God.
Loaded glove and all.
Hey! Let's go!
And the counts now begin.
Austin!
He's at 6.
Austin, you are witnessing history!
And this is just garbage.
This could
Count
be
at 8, Cause has not moved. D'Angelo's
the
still on his
greatest moment
feet at 9.
in wrestling
and here
history!
It is. That's it.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
baby!
D'Angelo's now the champion.
and new high stakes champion Marcus D'Angelo.
Okay, Jake. There it was. What'd you think, man? My first title win.
I think you handled it.
I gotta admit, a really cool moment. Initially it's just like, I listen to you guys all day, and like I'm like, it's just a prop, and it's something like that. But really, it's it kind of didn't hit me till I got into my car and I like threw the belt into my back seat. I was like, oh wow, I'm a champion now. This is pretty sweet.
Did you sleep with it that night?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I brought it home and got intimate with my wife, and I put that belt on before we started, Jake.
There you go, bro.
So one thing that I did want to point out, a little peek behind the curtain. One of the veterans talked to me before the match, and the guy was like, as soon as you win the belt and the ref hands it, he's like, snatch that belt and get out of there, leave with your heat. And because initially my plan was I was going to parade around. I was going to like walk around the ring and really make a big show of it. Jake, what can you tell us about the value of leaving with your heat?
Dive out of there, man. You want that heat to be at the top. You want those people pissed off that you're getting out of there with the belt.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want the referee checking that glove.
It's like stealing it without stealing it, right? You snatch it,
Yeah.
and you just hightail it.
That's it.
I love it. Well, Jake, couldn't have done it without you. As a shoot, honestly, I wouldn't be working in professional wrestling without Jake the Snake Roberts. So appreciate you, brother. Appreciate all of your input, and God knows I'll be coming to you for more advice along the way.
All right.
All right, now let's go ahead and get into our subject. Man, we've got a really cool one. We are wrapping up the story of your time in the Florida territory. So this is after the last time we left off talking about it. We were talking about Christmas night, 1982, and a pretty infamous moment there. And now we're going to be talking about your departure and a little bit about what happened afterwards. All of it's really fascinating, and here we go. So Jake, coming off of that infamous Christmas night, 82, you and Sullivan continue on as an evil duo in Florida as Dusty Rhodes is forced to leave after the loser leaves town stipulation. However, shortly thereafter, fans are introduced to the Midnight Rider, a masked character who bears a striking resemblance to the American Dream. Yeah, there's just something about that guy, wasn't there?
Yeah. I don't know what it is, though. I can't put my finger on it.
Similar build, similar voice, like literally everything was the same. It was just a mask. Because it was Dusty Rhodes under the hood. What can you tell us about this Midnight Rider gimmick?
It was fun, because the whole thing was, if we could have caught him and exposed him, he'd be gone forever. And we almost had him a couple of times, man. But the lights would go out, something would happen. and he'd sneak out of there. We tried our best.
That damn Midnight Rider.
Son of a bitch.
We would see this and things similar to this on a few occasions hereafter. Like JYD in Mid-South would become Stagger Lee. Tommy Rich would be Mr. R in Georgia. And much later, Hogan would be Mr. America in WWE, etc. This is an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
I mean, is this the first time that you had seen this concept of having somebody under a mask that was clearly the guy who had been suspended?
It was for me.
Yeah. I'll ask our listeners, guys, comment with it. If you have ever seen something before it, please let us know, because I'm not familiar with it. All right, guys, we have got to hit the timeout button so that we can talk about a sponsor that I know all of the men listening to this podcast love. Of course, I am talking about Blue Chew. Man, let me tell you, Blue Chew is not just a tablet. This is a straight up cheat code for your crotch. You want to get stronger, harder, longer lasting erections, brother, this is it. It's like somebody gave your wiener a pep talk down there, because your guy is ready to go. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. So look, don't lie about it. We've all been there, guys. You're ready to go. Your partner's ready to go. You look down and your little pal there is just staring at the carpet. Like, what are you doing, man? Come on, dude. Give me a break. Get up here. Let's go. We got work to do. And it won't listen. We've all been there. Well, Blue Chew is the solution. We're going to get that thing so hard you could go hunting with it. You are going to love Blue Chew just like I do. And let me say, your partner is going to love it too. This isn't just about performance. This is about a legacy, or third legacy, if you will. Give her group chat something to talk about, man. We all know that those girls are in their group chats, and everything that happens is being discussed, whether you like it or not. Why don't you give them something good to talk about? Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little bit of Blue Chew. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. And look, we've got a special deal for our listeners. We're giving out boners for free, man. As always, you can get your first month of Blue Chew free when you use our promo code SNAKE. That's SNAKE, SNAKE. Pretty appropriate for Blue Chew, if you ask me. All you got to do is use that promo code at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Free boners sent straight to your house. I mean, come on, man. You got to at least give this thing a try. It's free. If you haven't tried it, you have no idea what you're missing out on. This could seriously be the best sex you have ever had in your entire life, and you're just letting it breeze right past you. Why? Because you don't want to pay the $5 shipping? Give me a break. Come on, give this a shot. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Let them know that we sent you. Head over to BlueChew.com for details and safety information. Whenever you check out, make sure that you use our promo code SNAKE, and that's it. Just $5 shipping. And before we go, of course, I want to give a big thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring the Snake Pit. And Jake, you mentioned it. You'll go on to work with Dusty, and there's like a lot of gimmicks along the way. Texas Bull Rope and Mask versus $10,000, where you're facing him, and obviously you get 10 grand if you win. He takes the mask off if you win. He gets 10 grand if he wins. And of course, that damn Midnight Rider just keeps getting away with it.
Man.
Just like such a fun, unique time in your career. Like you're just making the towns with Dusty Rhodes night after night. I am curious though, like looking over your career, I've become like a student of Jake the Snake Roberts since we started this show. And I don't ever recall seeing so many gimmicks during one run in your career. What did you think about being involved in so many gimmick matches as opposed to just straight up matches?
Yeah, I don't really like gimmick matches, but they really opened up the floodgates and let them fly down there, man.
Mm-hmm.
And what am I going to do? I'm going to go out there and do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, it's you go out there and give it your best. And like some of these gimmicks, as we mentioned, they were kind of cool ideas and a good way to further the story. So not all bad. I mentioned it, you're on your way out of Florida, but there are a couple more notable moments before you're out the door. One of them is another gimmick match, a Lumberjack match with Rufus R. Jones at the Eddie Graham Sports Stadium. Jake, you and I have discussed a ton of different gimmick matches on the show, but Lumberjack matches, it's some uncharted territory for us. And it's not really a stipulation that's used very often nowadays. Can you explain the concept to our listeners?
Well, Lumberjack match is you got wrestlers outside the ring and their job is to keep you in the ring.
Mm.
Of course, the heels are real prone to get a couple of shots in before they throw you back in. And they're also prone to giving a safe haven for their guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that always ends up being horseplay on the outside of the ring, which I don't agree with. Guys start clowning around with each other.
Oh, okay. So like the idea of even heels kind of intermingling, you don't like that idea?
No. Oh, man. Just go out and do your job. Keep the guy in the ring. You can block it for a couple of seconds, but don't overdo it. Christ, sometimes you get out there and you could have smoked a cigarette before they got you back in the ring.
Because everybody's out there trying to get themselves over, right?
Right. That's exactly the problem, too.
Mm-hmm. And pretty much inevitably, if I remember right, lumberjack matches almost always end with the baby faces on the outside brawling with all the heels, right?
Yep.
So it's like it's just a big distraction from what's going on in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a waste. It's a waste. If it's done right, it can be good. It can be real good.
What is the right way to do it, in your opinion?
Well, hold the line. Do what you're supposed to be doing. And then when the time comes, let that heel drift over and get opposite. And the baby face comes up. He's got his back to the heel, the one lone heel. The other heel is on the outside fighting, trying not to be thrown back in the ring. The baby face is all around there trying to get him back in the ring. And that's when the guy comes up from behind the guy and Cobb dooms him, man, with a gimmick.
Love it.
Leaves him laying.
Simple storytelling. And you're right. It wouldn't be a distraction from what's going on.
Nope.
The other notable thing before your departure from the territory is a shot at the Florida Heavyweight Championship, and you're going to take on Mike Graham in Jacksonville in a losing effort with the belt on the line.
Yeah.
Jake, a lot of folks point to the sons of promoters and they cry nepotism or, reference the silver spoon.
Right.
A lot of them have developed reputations as being shitty workers who were just gifted an opportunity. But when it came to Mike Graham, did you feel that way about him?
No, Mike Graham earned his, man.
Yeah.
He earned it. And it was a pleasure to work with him. He could go, too.
Hell of a worker, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, folks, if you're unfamiliar with Mike Graham, the son of Eddie Graham, go and watch some of his stuff. A lot of this stuff is available online. And yeah, to Jake's point, the dude could work. Let's talk a little bit about your departure from the company. As a reference for our listeners, you mentioned before that you had never had so much fun or enjoyed this much success in your career up to this point.
Yeah.
And now, just 2 months after kind of the apex of your time in the territory, the Christmas angle, you're heading out the door. What can you tell us about leaving the Florida territory?
It was just time.
Yeah.
It was getting stale. And they needed to make some changes.
Okay.
But I took it upon myself to bail out. I did it the right way.
Mhm.
But still, I left. And that was that.
Pretty interesting because it's like, you're there wrestling Dusty Rhodes and you're getting a shot at their title and things are, you're in this army of darkness thing with Kevin Sullivan, but you just felt like, okay, it's enough.
Yeah, it was just time.
This is something that always fascinates me about those days in the business. You had your own place there in Florida, and presumably you had a lot of stuff, personal effects there with you, and now you've just got to pick up and move on. So I'm curious, Jake, logistically, how does it work as far as moving your shit, leaving behind an apartment and a lease, etc.?
Well, I wasn't under a lease because I was renting it from Jimmy Garvin.
That's right. Wasn't it like his mom's place or something?
Yeah, his mother had a garage apartment.
Okay.
So there wasn't a lease, thank God. But still, having to pack up everything, was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And going to a new territory and trying to find a place while you're working 7 days a week.
Oh,
You know, so that's not easy to do. That's
yeah.
a task.
Yeah, you didn't have a lot of days off there in Florida to be job seeking or packing up your shit.
Yeah.
Is it a moving van situation or just loading your car up?
Loading the car up.
Man, do you remember what kind of car you were driving in those days?
I was driving a Pontiac, a big 4-door.
Okay.
Yeah.
So enough space to pack probably a lot of your stuff.
Oh, yeah. I got everything I needed.
Now, I have it here in the notes, but I'm curious if you remember. Do you recall what your next stop was after Florida?
No, I don't.
Okay, so just 3 days after your final match in Tampa, you are 1,100 miles away in Dallas, Texas at the Sportatorium with WCCW.
Oh, God.
Yep, you're going to be there briefly. It's a 3-show run, and you're going to work against Bill Irwin, Ken Mantell, and King Kong Bundy. Jake, how did you find yourself working for Fritz von Erich for the first time?
Miserable. It was fucking miserable, man. You know, the atmosphere was bad. The boys just did what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was terrible, man. It really was.
Like, how did you get the gig coming out of Florida? Were you buddies with Mantell?
Yeah, buddies with Mantell. Yeah, I wanted to go back home, and of course, home is Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And why not work while I'm at home, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I can't remember where I went to, though.
We'll get there, and I don't know if you're gonna like it any more than WCCW. Before I do bring it up, though, I do want to ask. You know, I know you didn't see the Iron Claw, but a lot of the boys that watched it who knew Fritz complained about the way that he was portrayed. The movie positioned him as like this overbearing father who's more interested in making sure his boys worked in the family business over doing what they wanted to do. What were your impressions of Fritz?
That's pretty much the impression I got.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He ran roughshod on them boys.
He wanted them in fucking wrestling, whether they wanted to be in it or not.
Yep.
Okay, guys, we got to take a quick break from the show to talk about one of our partners that always comes through in the clutch. I absolutely love these guys. It's Green Chef. And why do they come through in the clutch? Because they're saving me time. They're saving me effort. They're saving me trips to the grocery store. They're making my life simple, and they're making life delicious with their incredible meals that they send. And, you know, summer's here, and something about summer, right? It just makes you feel your very best. The warm weather, the sunshine, the good food. And look, there's no better time than summer to create healthy meal habits that last and that you can still enjoy just like you enjoy all of your summer meals. You guys have got to try Green Chef. They're the #1 meal kit for clean eating. Green Chef is going to make it really easy to spend less time in the kitchen and more time enjoying your summer. On top of all of the delicious recipes they have, now they've also got heat and eat meals, so you can enjoy delicious, wholesome meals in just 3 minutes. Their food includes fresh, organic, seasonal produce and 100% responsibly sourced proteins, and they're going to help you feel your best and support your wellness journey. Green Chef's real, clean ingredients help you build lasting, healthy habits without the hassle of going out to find all this stuff. You can enjoy salads ready in just 5 minutes. How about a protein-filled breakfast or nutrient-rich smoothies to fuel your day? Green Chef is ready to nurture your nutritional needs. They've got 80-plus dietitian-approved weekly meal options, and Green Chef makes it easy to find meals that fit you and your lifestyle. Pick from Mediterranean, gluten-free, plant-based, and protein-heavy, even gut and brain health, and calorie-smart choices as well. The recipes change every single week, and with week-to-week flexibility, you can adjust your plan to match your mood and your schedule. You know, I absolutely love cooking. It's something that I really have a lot of fun doing, especially when I get to do it with my wife. She and I can kind of partner up, and it's always fun to do that. And Green Chef provides us with that option in a really fun way. You know, they've got all this stuff and it's already pre-measured, so they're saving us the hassle and the annoyance of having to go to the grocery store and find all this stuff and then grab the measuring cups and measure things out perfectly so that we don't like add too much or too little of anything. They take care of all the guesswork. These boxes show up, the meals are completely put together there for you. All you've got to do, combine the ingredients, follow the simple instructions, and you've got delicious meals. I'm telling you, my wife and I have started doing Green Chef once they became a sponsor for us, and we're never looking back. This is one of those products where, regardless of if they're sponsoring the podcast or not, I am always going to be using Green Chef because they make my life simple and they provide us with delicious, healthy meals. It's time, guys. You've got to make this summer your healthiest yet with Green Chef. All you've got to do is go to greenchef.com/50snakepit and use our code 50snakepit. You're going to get 50% off of your first month, then 20% off for 2 months with free shipping. That's code 50snakepit at greenchef.com/50snakepit. There's never been a better time to try this out. You've got to find out for yourself why I love Green Chef so much. You're going to save 50%, then 20% off for 2 months after that and free shipping. You cannot beat that deal. I'm going to say it one more time. It's greenchef.com/50snakepit. Use our code 50snakepit and start eating healthier with Green Chef. Before we move on to where you were next, Jake, your super fans are going to remember this brief period as being very interesting in your career because you were not Jake Roberts in Dallas. Yeah, that's right. You were the Texan for this 3-show run. Why were you wearing a mask in Dallas?
Why not? I might want to come back there.
I mean, the photos are available online. I'll have to find one and share it on social media. But you've got this mask on, and it's like the shape of Texas is on your face.
Yeah.
I mean, it is an interesting choice because you were just starting to achieve some big successes, Jake the Snake Roberts, and now you're like, I'm just going to be a whole different guy down here.
Yeah, I just didn't want to ruin it for me coming back if I wanted to come back, shortly,
Okay. Oh, like make like a little pop-in type visits.
Right. So I thought, well, I'll go as the Texan. If I like it, I'll go ahead and take the mask off and come back as Jake the Snake.
Gotcha. All right, pretty smart business.
Yeah.
I thought maybe like Fritz had suggested it or something. I'm like, that's so dumb. Okay.
No.
All right. That makes a lot more sense. Well, Jake, 5 days after your final match with WCCW. So as a reminder, you just hauled your ass 1,100 miles across the country. And now you're going another 1,000 miles back to the East Coast to Spartanburg, South Carolina with Mid-Atlantic and the Crockett's.
Oh, God, what did I do that for?
I see. I told you. I know that you didn't like WCCW, but it's from the frying pan right into the fire, right?
Oh, man. Yeah, you're right. That's where I went.
You did not have a great experience, as we discussed here the last time you were in Mid-Atlantic. What happened? How did you end up back with them?
Well, I was promised a lot of things.
Mm.
And, of course, once again, they didn't follow through.
You know, on paper, they've got you set up with something kind of cool here, and I can see why it might entice you to come back. Paul Jones is going to take to their TV program to announce that he's found the perfect man to watch Dory Funk Jr.'s back against the Briscoe brothers, and they're going to show the clip of you in Florida breaking Barry Windham's nose as kind of a teaser. So we talked about it last time you were in the Carolinas. You were stuck in tag team purgatory. However, this is a little bit more enticing because you're going to work with Jack Briscoe and Jerry Briscoe. That's a big deal. And Dory Funk Jr. is a legend at this point in his career. Yeah. Would you say that that's probably why you felt optimistic about returning?
Yeah, it was.
I mean, you're this Texas boy. You spent your whole life around wrestling, and the Funks are legendary. Did you get to spend a lot of time around the Funks prior to this, or was this your first time?
My first time.
What do you think about Dory Funk and working with him here in the Carolinas?
It was a challenge.
Why is that?
he just had his ways about him, man. And, you know, I'd start the match and I'd get it going, you know, moving around, bumping a little bit. And I'd tag Dory in, and that was it, man. It's slow pace, start all over again. And I would just sit down, get a chair and sit down, because I knew it was going to be at least 15, probably 20 minutes before I went back in the ring.
Holy shit.
He would stay in there for that long.
Like, get all the heat?
No, man, he just did what he could do or whatever, man. He didn't get no heat. The only heat he got was with me.
I mean, when you're going through this and clearly feeling unhappy about this tag team situation now that you're back in the Carolinas, like, was there ever a thought, like, maybe I should jump back to WCCW, or maybe I should go to Florida, or like, where was your head at during this period?
I didn't know. I did not know.
No plan. You're just kind of like riding the wave.
I was riding it. I was trying to figure something out. Try to make something out of nothing. But it didn't work.
I mean, again, you got to do some cool shit. You'd end up in singles matches against Jack Briscoe, which is like, that's a super big deal during those days, you know, the former champ and all this. But yeah, it's fortunately for you, Jake, you were on to greener pastures. You'd be moving on to Georgia in one of your favorite runs. You'd create the Legion of Doom. And we're going to discuss that moving forward. That is going to wrap us up here for this week. Jake, you and I talked about it here before we hit record. We're thinking that just due to your busy schedule and the fact that our recording can be like a little bit inconsistent, we're going to start doing it once per month. We're going to start doing a once a month thing, and instead we're going to have people come on in on the show and fill in to fill out the rest of our schedule. But yeah, it's Jake, once a month. Your listeners here are going to get to hear what you have to say. I think it's going to be a good fix for us.
I think I can give them more.
Mm-hmm.
And I just know right now it's just a strain. And I don't want it to be a strain.
I think it's going to be a good solution for us too, man. It's like, I don't want you feeling burnout and all the shit that you're out doing on the road. God, I can't imagine climbing off a plane and then it's like, oh yeah, I've got to do this recording and talk about 40 years ago, you know? So I think this is going to be a better solution for us.
I think it will too, man.
Cool. Well, hey, brother, I'm looking forward to talking to you then here in a couple of weeks, and I hope you have a great one.
All right, champ. Take it.
See you, brother. Okay, guys, that is going to do it for this week. Just want to give you a reminder that if you're looking to attract that 25 to 54-year-old male demographic to your product or service, you've got to get over to advertisewithsnake.com. Jake, still a household name, still out there doing meet and greets, meeting fans, talking to people, going to different cities, and you can get him to put over your stuff to the exact audience that you're targeting. If you need some evidence that it works, just listen to the show. We are routinely advertising for the same businesses because they know that what we do here on the Snake Pit works. Head over to advertisewithsnake.com and make Jake the Snake Roberts your tag team partner. Get over to cameo.com/Jake Snake for a personal message from the Hall of Famer himself. Here's a recent 5-star review from Eddie. Jake does a mean roast. Thank you. It was awesome. Guys, if you're lifelong fans of Jake the Snake Roberts, you've got to at least get over there and get a look at these reviews on Cameo. It's cameo.com/Jake Snake. It's the perfect gift. It's the perfect thing to treat yourself with. Go and order yours right now. Check us out on YouTube. It's youtube.com/@SnakePitPod. We got short clips from the show, some highlights, some exclusive content. Do yourself a favor. Do us a favor. It's a really great way to support our show. Get over there, like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell. It'll hook us up big time. And speaking of hooking us up big time, if you've enjoyed the podcast, please do us a favor and like, subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review on your podcast app. That's a big one for Jake and I because that attracts new advertisers. Catch Jake on X at Jake Snake DDT, on Instagram at Jake the Snake DDT, and on Facebook at Real Jake the Snake. You can follow me at Marcus P. D'Angelo on X. And if you have any future questions for the show, go ahead and drop them right there, pal, right in my DMs. I love hearing from you guys, whether it's good or bad, whether you've just got a question or you just want to say hi. Hit me up in those DMs. Again, it's Marcus P. D'Angelo on X.